I wanted to make this video and try something a little different to see if anyone can relate to my personal experience. I had a really good friend at work, 5 years, 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, platonic relationship. We were really, really close. He was kind of like a dad to me. He was older, he was rough around the edges, but he softened with me. It took him a long time to warm up to me, a little over a year, but when he warmed up to me, he really warmed up and we became close. He felt like family to me, and I really cared for him in a way that I had never really cared for anybody. It was a really special relationship. But he was complacent. He was lazy. He always did the bare minimum. And when I left, I knew that keeping in touch with him was probably going to be mostly my job. And I was okay with that because I cared about him that much. But I had asked him many times to keep in touch before I left. I prepped him probably a year before. And I told him, I really care about you. I don't want to lose you after I leave. Promise me that we can keep in touch. It took him a while for it to really sink in because he lives in the moment, does not plan ahead at all. But he saw how serious I was, and he seemed to reciprocate. But in hindsight, I think he mostly did it to just placate me. And he didn't do a good job of keeping in touch. He told me, I called him up, told him how much I missed him. He said, I don't know what to tell you. Who does that? I was crying. I was so upset because it was like just being ripped away from the person that was the closest to me. And that was really, really hard. I think we talked 3 times over the phone in 3 months. He didn't have anything to do. I called him during work. He doesn't like the phone. I did all the talking, and when I was done, I would wait. You could probably count 10 seconds would go by. There would be nothing on his end. He didn't say anything. This is not how conversations go. And when I was really upset and told him how much I missed him, he promised me that he would reach out. He said, I'll do it every day if you want. Like a check-in text to see how are you doing? How's it going? Good to, hope you have a good day. It's not the same thing as being in person with somebody, but it was something. You know how many times he did it? Like 4. And then he stopped. And there was always an excuse. Sorry, I was busy. Sorry, I was tired. Sorry, I was sick. Not that he was making up excuses, but just when he wasn't in chill mode, his mind didn't go there. We had been so close for so long, and all I wanted was just to maintain some level of that relationship, and he couldn't do it. And I got mad at him one day when I was making plans to go see him because I was going to meet him at work in the parking lot before it started. It wasn't too far from my house. I got up 4 hours early. I was really tired. And he didn't even remember the plans that we'd made. He remembered that I was coming to see him, but he never initiated anything. He kind of seemed to be going along with it, but the motivation was not there. And I got mad at him. I'm like, you suck over text, you suck over the phone, I do all the talking. You said you do this and you didn't. You said you do that and you didn't. I talked to you extensively about how this is going to work, and you couldn't even remember the plans. And he got mad. He shut down. He blocked me. And that was it. Now, I did a lot of research, and I learned that he's an avoidant personality type, and avoidants cannot handle guilt, fear, or shame. They shut down. They shut down not because they don't like you or because they're mad at you, even though they are in the moment, but because they don't know what to do. They're flooded with emotion, and they don't know how to feel because emotions are very dangerous to them. So the research really helps me to better understand what was going on and what he was doing and why. So I attempted several times to connect with him, to meet with him, but I did them in a measured, spaced out way. I waited about a month between attempts. I wasn't bombarding, I wasn't stalking, I wasn't chasing. He said he needed space and he'd get back to me when he was ready. I felt almost a month was plenty of time. I did not think it would take him that long because anytime before, when he'd been mad at me or upset with me, he made up in like 5 minutes. He didn't like to see me upset. He didn't like to hurt me. This was not like him. He had never done this before. But that didn't go well. I sent him a message, told him I'd be in the parking lot, and if he wanted, he could come talk to me. He didn't open the message. So I tried again the next day. He still didn't open it, didn't show up. I drove there and he didn't see me. I wasn't going to approach him. I was going to give him the opportunity. It's called a soft meetup. You arrange an opportunity and allow them to make the choice. That way they don't feel bombarded, they don't feel overwhelmed. The third day I was like, all right, I'm just going to drive up to his car because he's not reading my messages. I didn't know he had me blocked. So when I drove up to his car, he was angry, he was flooded, he was blindsided. He was not very nice. I did ask him if he wanted to sit in the car for a few minutes. I kept it very calm, and he did sit with me. But he went off on me. He told me it was all my fault. He was angry. He was guarded. He told me, I told you, when I'm ready, I'll reach out. I'll unblock you, and I'll reach out. And I said, you have me blocked? And he said, yeah, you didn't know that? He was being a total dick. He really was. And then I tried to ask him if he would stay for a few more minutes, and he used some choice expletives and then left, told me to get the F out of here. He never talked to me like that. But still, I tried a month later, sent a message through my sister's phone. I miss you. I care about you. I want us to reconnect. I made it really simple without too much emotion. He blocked her. 6 weeks later, I had a friend deliver a card. And before you go off on me and tell me, well, you should just leave him alone. He just didn't want anything to do with you. That's not true. That's not the way he ever acted. I'd known him for a very long time. And I wasn't chasing, and I gave him plenty of space. What I thought is that, as many avoidants can be, they get frozen and don't know what to do, don't know how to reach back out. I was trying to create a bridge, not to push him. But I can't wait forever. So I gave a card through a friend that basically said, I know you don't want to talk to me. I'm not trying to pressure you. I miss you. I care about you. I want us to work things out, and I know that we can if we talk. Please meet me in the parking lot on Friday at 5:15. 2 days later, I got a text from him in the morning. And the message said, it basically said, I told you that when I'm ready, that when and if I'm ready, I will reach out. Please respect that. Do not try to meet me or to contact me. This is absolutely ridiculous coming from somebody who used to be so close to me for so long. When I left, he didn't know how to handle it, didn't know what to do, didn't know how to relate, didn't know how to keep in touch, treated me like a problem, like a nuisance. So it was shocking to get that, and it was upsetting, but it only took me a couple of days. And then I stopped crying over him. I'd been crying over him for weeks and weeks and weeks. 3 months, I'd been waiting over 3 months to hear back from him because he told me, I'll reach out when I'm ready, and he did not. And I love how he framed me as the problem. He acted like I was pushing. I gave him plenty of space, and I did not blame him. I did not put him down. I told him, I care about you, and I want us to reconnect. And he couldn't handle it. It's the hardest thing that I've ever been through in my life. This is a person that I cared about more than anything. It was a very sad thing. But I actually feel, well, obviously talking about it, I get emotional again, but I felt really good the past couple days, and it's the best I've felt in 6 months, which is when I left that job. But it is really hard to go through something like that, especially when you really care about someone. I mean, he couldn't handle it because I told him, basically, you can't do anything right. And it was true. He didn't do anything right. He didn't keep in touch. He didn't know how to do it. But I do feel a lot freer now because I don't have to wonder and wait and worry. But I do hope that one day he reaches out and messages me, and I can write back, who is this? Because I deleted his number. Or, a day late and a dollar short, pal, screw you. I hope one day he decides to reach back out and realizes that he lost a really good friend and one of the very few people in his life who care about him. So I just wanted to share and see if anybody else, I know there are plenty of people in the world who have had similar experiences. What were yours like? What do you think about mine? Can you relate?